Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Divine Source Connection. My name is Sean. I'm so glad you could join me on such short notice, on absolutely no notice. These are the best readings, I think. The ones that I just have to do. I just have to do. And it's a full moon in Sagittarius, and full moons are about stepping into new things. And in order to step into something new, we have to release old things. Sagittarius is also about blessings, about stepping into our blessings. And to step into our blessings, we have to change our thoughts sometimes, um, so we can easily flow into our wisdom, our clarity, our understanding. Full moons are about bringing illumination, solutions. So I'm so glad you could join me. If there's anything else I want to share right now before I get started with the cards, I'm going to do an energy shift within you. It's called an ethereal shift. It's about raising your vibration, um, first through thought and then through sound. I'm so glad you could join me. Um, See if I can get this to switch, if I can get my mouse on the right monitor. Okay. Um, The spread I entitled it "The Knower." It just so happens, well, the last live stream that I did, I entitled it "There's Something That You Need to Know." And then when I pulled the significator card, I actually pulled the Knower. The Knower. So I entitled this "The Knower," which is actually law number 20 and the universal laws. Um, I'll get to that later. Um, this will kind of be a grand finale. If you know what this means, well, you know this is going to be great. If you don't, well, you'll have to stick around till the end to find out the meaning. Um, what we're also going to do in this reading, um, the first set of cards across the top. You'll see these are my Moonology cards. It's things you need to release. The center card is um, has to do with what the full moon is trying to illuminate for you at this time. The third card is near future trends and possible happenings, possible manifestations. Um, Based on your past thought and your current thoughts, your vibrational set point, where you normally spend most of your time, given the airtime, the thoughts, are they below the horizon or above the horizon thoughts? Are they going to manifest wanted or unwanted, joyful or painful experiences? It all has to do with your vibrational transmissions, your energy. We're going to do a wild animal spirit spread. It has to do with who you were, who you are, and who you're becoming, all in this moment. Nothing's in the future. This is all happening now. It's all happening now. I also have your light and shadow tarot card by the Light Seers Tarot. And I have the one I Am One tarot card, the Knower. So this is going to be an interesting reading. Um, so I guess I'm gonna get started. Okay, I'm gonna start out first um, with a rune stone. The rune stone that I pulled is Fehu. Fehu. This has to do with possessions. This will give us a start into the reading. It has to do with possessions. It's a rune of fulfillment, ambition satisfied, love shared, rewards received. It promises nourishment from the most worldly to the sacred, to the divine. For if it's the ancient principle, as above, so below. If it holds true, then we are also here to nourish God. We nourish God through our experiences in this human body. We transmit our experiences in a vibrational exchange between source source, and self, between source and self, through our connection to our inner source, who's connected to source. The rune calls for deep probing of the meaning of profit and gain in your life. Look with care. Know whether it is wealth and possessions you require for your well-being, or rather self-rule and the growth of all. Another concern of Fehu is to conserve what has already been gained. This rune urges vigilancy and continual mindfulness, especially in times of good fortune, for it is then that you are likely to collapse within to yourself, your success on one hand, or behaving recklessly on the other. Enjoy your good fortune and remember to share it, for the mark of the well-nourished self is the ability and willingness to nourish others. This rune is actually in reverse. I just think it's very important for you to know what the rune stands for. In reverse, this rune means there may be considerable frustrations in your life. If you draw Fehu reversed, a wide range of dispositions ranging from trivial to severe, you fall short in your efforts. You reach out and miss. You are compelled to stand by and watch helplessly while what you've gained dwindles away. Observe what is happening. Examine these events from an open perspective and ask, what do I need to learn from this in my life? Even if there's an occasion for joy, do not let yourself be seduced into mindless joyousness. Reverse, this rune indicates that doubtful situations are abundant. That's right. So what you need to do is choose situations that are not doubtful. Don't introduce doubt into your vibrational being. Stick with what you know. Doubt can come in many forms and guises. Here you are being put in touch with the shadow side of possessions. Yet this is all part of coming to be and passing away, and not that which abides. In dealing with the shadow side of Fehu, you have an opportunity to recognize where your true nourishment lies. Yes, where is true joy? Where is joy without things? Where's joy without something beautiful to look at? Where is joy? Joy is a vibration. It is a vibration that you can tune into by thinking of something that brings you joy. It could be something in this present moment. It could be something from the past that you're thinking in this present moment. It's something that makes you bubble inside. It makes you giddy. It makes you not to a state of bliss. It's, you're not that joyful. You're just joyful because it feels good to be joyful. You're not through the sky, blissful. You're uh, dancing on clouds. You're just in a state of joy. You're just joyful because it feels good to be joyful. These are some of the cards I'm going to read from this evening. Asking It Is Given and Getting Into the Vortex by Esther Hicks. Abraham Esther Hicks. Law of Attraction. I love that woman. I credit her for so much in my life. So much. Wild Animal Spirit. Who we were, who we are, who we're becoming, all in this moment. This isn't happening down the road. It's happening now. It's happening now in this moment. Moonology. Things that no longer serve us. False beliefs about ourselves or others. What's being illuminated in this moment. This is an ethereal reading, so it's for everyone. You will get a shift. You will receive. We're going to go into the animal spirits. That's where I want to go next. Who you were. Animal spirits has to do with an archetype, a personality, a perspective. It also has, they have different skills. If you think about how they receive, how they communicate, how they receive and transmit, their connection to source, their non-altered, free of human conditioned connection to source, and love, and wellness, and joy, peace. They know where to go at the right time. They just show up. Who you were. Crocodile. Resting, submerging, collecting energy, cooling off. The crocodile reminds us to step back from the external world and turn inward. Now is not the time for decisions, action, or discussions. Sometimes it's just time to stop thought and allow yourself to become a receiver of the logical next step, the receiver of ease, the receiver of a peaceful moment. It doesn't mean laying around hoping life's challenges will disappear. The crocodile is much smarter than that. It means intentionally, that means first aligning with your source and then moving through inspired action. Not action from a place of doubt, not action from a place of distress. Intentionally withdrawing, gathering awareness, vibrational awareness, observing and building energy, right? Fill up the vital reserves. So your next move comes from a place of wisdom and power. Yes, like I said, the place of clarity, a place of knowing, a place of ease, a place of sureness. That's a place of power and wisdom. That's where the energy that creates worlds, that's where you'll find that. You can tune in. When in balance, wise, patient, a silent powerhouse. When out of balance, feels stuck. Stuck. Remember, we're wanting to move into something new. This full moon is about stepping into something new, but feeling stuck in old emotions about our situation. Right? When out of balance, you feel stuck and you lash out. But to bring it to balance, you need rest. 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 And it's not sleep rest. It's the type of rest that you receive um, in your alignment. In your alignment. The second card represents who you are in this moment because of everything in the past and what you've gained from being the crocodile, what you've gained from tuning in, the owl, abundance, clairvoyant, treasures. The owl is a mysterious and otherwise creature found in folklore from east to west. The white owl in this particular deck is the companion of the goddess Lakshmi and represents wealth, beauty, and good fortune. This full moon in Sagittarius also represents gifts, good luck, blessings, good fortune. It's also about hope, faith, wisdom, clarity, like the owl. When this card appears, it's an omen that a boon or treasure is on the way, either in spiritual or material form. With old owl wisdom on your side, you'll see and know exactly what to do with this boon, how it can further serve your dharma and bring abundance to the world. Trust that the wellspring of treasures is infinite, right? That's your alignment with source, connected to knowing, clarity, wisdom, ease, home, comfort. Nothing serious going on. Not positive nor negative, just are. When in balance, generous, trusting, and secure. It's a place of sureness. When out of balance, money quarrels, scarcity mentality. To bring into balance, an offering, or give something of yourself, you know. Um, it feels good. It feels good to do it, and it helps people. And if it's who you are, it's just what you do. It's just what you do. Who you're becoming in this moment. Who you're becoming in this moment. A unicorn. Reconnecting to higher wisdom or divinity. It's difficult to see, hear, or think of a unicorn without immediately questioning if it's real. You'll know it's real because you'll feel it. You'll have post manifestational awareness. And in your knowing, you're sure. You know. There's no doubt. And it's before you can even hear it, touch it, taste it, point to it. You're sure. It's already done, you see. You leave it and you move on. Move on to something else. Move on. Don't want it a whole lot. Want it a kind of little bit. Just sort of kind of want it. You know, the more you want it, the bigger the gap between you and that thing that you want. Right? Because there's more resistance in your mind. But if you just sort of kind of want it, there's not very much doubt and just sort of kind of want it. There's actually no doubt at all. It says things you really, really, really want. But if you can tune into happiness before you have that thing that you really, really, really want, and already be happy just because it feels good. You're already moving towards that thing you want. And you don't have to get over there to be happy. You can be happy over here. You see, it's not about that thing anyway. It's really about being happy. And it's free. It doesn't cost anything to be happy. It's just a pivot to a chord that resonates more with your heart and who you are. I'm sorry if I go too fast or get too excited. I just do that. It's difficult to see, hear, or think of a unicorn without immediately questioning, is it real? Did it ever exist? Perhaps long ago? The mind answers maybe, or it could be, or no way, honey. This is a very contemplation. It explains our relationship with divinity, and it encapsulates our wavering belief in the unicorn. We wonder what divinity is. We wonder where our intuition comes from. It comes from your gut. You receive it. If you're thinking a thought and it's not originally yours, well, you received it. You received that thought. You're not only a transmitter, you're a receiver. It's just that most people are so busy transmitting and calibrating to what is, they don't allow space of zero entry for source to communicate with them through inspired thought. Okay. We think about a higher power and our mind hesitates between yes or no, or maybe, because we're always weighing the pros and the cons. We always want something and want to add doubt to it. We want it, but we're not sure we can have it. We want it, but we don't think we deserve it. We want it, but we were trained to weigh the pros and the cons. But you can't do that. You split your energy. It's going in two directions. You want, but you don't want, you see. That's the way it works. That's the truth. This is not all thought, it's vibrational. Our thought activate chords. It's not all thought, it's vibrational. It's all vibrational. Just like the unicorn. We think about a higher power and our minds hesitate between yes or no. Maybe, is it a male or is it a female? Both. Both. Does it have a name? Is it just a feeling? The unicorn card appears and wakes us up to curiosity about the higher self and the divine. It is a card of questioning, exploring, contemplating the unexplicable. Contemplating, not only contemplating, calibrating your vibrational self to a higher, more sure, more connected, more aware state of being. It's a state of being. It's not a state of doing. It's a state of being. And I don't want to talk about when I'm not in a state of just being. I'm just humaning, bouncing around, bouncing around, bouncing around like everyone else, you know. But I do know how to find my way back home. You know, my life's not 100% better. Actually, it is 100% better, but it's not 100% perfect. It's not 100%. No, but it's 100% better. And you know what? I'm always reaching for more. Reaching for more. More. But you know what? I'm satisfied with where I am. Satisfied. Just satisfied. Not wanting or needing, not wishing or hoping, just being satisfied with where I am. That's the unicorn in a constant state of satisfaction. The mind's eye reaches and reaches and reaches out to try to grasp something more. You are the unicorn, and you have begun your quest for the answers. You are the unicorn. My hair's popped up. Ah, that's a good thing. I hope you're enjoying this so far. A win-win outcome is forecast. This card or these are the Moonology cards. I'll tell you a little bit about Yasmin Boland, Moonology Oracle, and she also has Yasmin Boland Moonology and Manifestation Oracles. These three has to do also your present. So I'll read these together when I get to it. And then this is a week from now, 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now. I don't tell the future. I don't tell the future. These are your manifestations based on your vibrational set point, based on the vibration of who you are. It's you that manifests your future, that creates your reality. You're the creator. A win-win outcome is forecast. I need my glasses. The full moon in Libra, which, Libra, we're being affected right now. There's a lot of balance going on. Full moon in Libra, the sign of partnerships, of falling in love, and of closely relating to someone else. Since full moon is a level of commitment, it's important to remember that people come to us for a reason, and sometimes just for a season. If a relationship is ending now, it's doing so at the right time, so try not to fight it. This card can also refer to a professional relationship. It could be ending. There's a sense that you need to balance your ego with someone else's needs. A win-win outcome is possible if it's a give and take. Um, a give and take might be the answer to your question. Let go of anything that's falling away, of course, and see the other person through the eyes of love. It will change your perspective, right? Um, how sometimes it's hard to do that, especially if someone's hurt you, but it's really not that hard if you remember the things that brought you together, the things that made your heart stir, all the things you loved about the person or the situation, all the blessings, all the blessings, and how you've expanded because of the situation. You can really appreciate the expansion, and you're more clear about what you want. You're more clear now about what you really want than you were before. And in your clarity, you're more sure about who you are. You're more sure about what you want, not about just what you don't want. Even though there is something unwanted, you can't really think of those things. not in this moment because we didn't take score of the things that were not working out, because we've taken score of the positive aspects, the aspects that are working out. We've taken score of the positive aspects, and if I could just list 10 positive aspects, because I know that, you know what, they tried the best they could, or they're still trying, and everybody's trying the best that they can, and and you know what, if I can have compassion for myself, surely I can have compassion for others, right? Right? If I can forgive myself for all the silly things that I've done, surely I can forgive others. And did my unforgiveness really hurt anyone other than myself? Because in the vibration of unforgiveness, I was inviting ungrateful experiences into my life. You see, I was inviting that. Through my unforgivingness, I was inviting experiences into my life that felt unforgiving or sad or disgusting or anything else that would fit the same grid, the vibrational grid. There's grids, you see. Mm. It's time to focus on yourself for a while. Look after yourself. Avoid vanity. No matter when you pull this card, the Moon and Libra card, it encourages you to find a balance between your desires and those of the people around you. Balance is a very Librian energy, and the full moon brings this to a peak. Dramas and upsets bring partnerships to the forefront. Libra energy also brings love energy. Negotiations can be easier during this time. The second card, a win-win outcome is forecast. A Fury climax approaches, a full moon in Aries. It's time to see if you've been a little bit too me, me, me. There's a tug of war going on between what you want and what someone else wants. But you have to wait a little bit to see what's going to happen next. As you wait, ask yourself if you've been handling the situation as sensitively as you could have done. If you know deep down inside that you've been rash or harsh, if you've gone too fast or overstepped the mark, then accept that on some level you're creating the situation yourself, which means you can uncreate it. When this card comes up, a peak is coming, and it could be fury. Be nice, be kind, smile, be polite as you navigate to where you want to be. You know what? You have to be happy with where you are before you're going to be able to navigate to where you want to be. Because if you can't be happy over here, chances are you won't be happy once you get over there. If you really want to be happy, why not start now? Just because it feels good. For no other reason. Being assertive is good, just don't ride roughshod over anyone. If you're in a tense situation, meditate your way to peace. Yes, sit down, listen to a fan. Stop thought, listen to sound. Find a place of ease, of just nothing. You don't have to think yourself happy, just don't think thoughts that make you unhappy. I mean, it's really that simple. It's not about mind control. It's about choosing how you want to feel. I mean, it's a basic choice that we have. It's our choice to freedom. We have freedom to choose thoughts that make us feel sad, or we have the freedom to choose thoughts that bring it that tune us into joy. So we just be joy. We just be. You see, we don't need anything external. No one has to jump through hoops. Every The war doesn't have to end for there to be peace. We become peace first. You become peace, and then the world will become more peaceful. The peace starts with you. The peace is inside of you. And once you can tune into that peace, well, you're well, because in that peace there's wellness. In that peace there's ease. In that peace there's sureness. There's worthiness. There's love. There's connection. It is unconditional love. True love. The vibration of love itself. The core vibration. The thread. The thread. Sorry, I carried away sometimes. If you're in a tense situation, sit down and stop thought. Don't be a baby. The full moon in Aries is a super fury time when emotions can run very high. On the upside, there's an excitement about what may lie ahead, but tempers are likely to flare in rash comments or decisions. Allow them. Allow rash comments. Allow them. Allow them to pass right by. Pass right by. They don't affect you because you're choosing joy. That's their vibration. That's who they are. That's who they are. And they will receive the vibration of that in which they are. You see? What your job is to stay in your lane. Stay in your lane and tune in. Tune in. Your present moment manifestations. New moon in Cancer, relax. That's a message even to myself. This card holds divine feminine energy, and drawing it strongly suggests that goddess energy is on your side. Relax. You and your loved ones are being looked after. What your heart holds dearest is safe and well. This may not be the time to charge at what you want, so think about whether you can approach it from a different angle, right? What you want wants you. The thing that you want wants you. If someone in your life needs you, nurture them. Nurture and be gentle with yourself too. Your diet may need improving for your own well-being. Um, this card is a good omen for family issues, house moves, sales, and or purchases, or someone or something that needs protection. Spend time with people you love and who love you. Develop a thicker skin. Cherish what you have in this moment. And you'll have more to cherish. Yeah. Yeah. Because when you're grateful and you're in the vibration, when you are the vibration of appreciation, well, that you know what's wrapped up in appreciation? Thankfulness, gratefulness, love, connection, love. It's all there. It's all wrapped up. It's all wrapped up. It's uh, find photos of your family or the people you love and place them all around. Light candles. Bless your family and friends. I really hope y'all enjoying this. Eventually, well, I hope it's streaming. That's what I hope. I just realized it was not streaming on Facebook, but it is streaming, I believe, on YouTube. So, okay, I'm going to continue on with the reading. I'm going to go ahead. Give me 1 second and I will return right back, promise. I just want to go ahead and hit go live. Okay, well, it seems that I am live now. So, I love this. Now I'm live on Facebook. So, this is going to be the very end of the reading. Everyone on YouTube got this video, but Facebook's just now starting to get it. I'm going to continue. I'm going to finish the end of this reading because I'll be starting another reading once this is finished. And I'll be live again on Facebook. Hopefully, this next time I go live, I'll be live on Facebook and YouTube. I just forgot to push the button. Anyway, this reading is very good. If you're just joining me from Facebook, this reading will be on YouTube later on. I'll publish this reading so you'll be able to see from beginning to the end. I'm going to go ahead and continue with the reading. 2 weeks from now, first quarter moon in Aquarius. Near future manifestations based on past thoughts and your thoughts that you're thinking in this moment. Trust in the universe. It's time to release your grip on a situation. Passion is good, but too much can become manic. Sometimes we'll feel too much intensity around our dreams because we're scared they won't come true. But that's counterproductive. You can't have dreams and be scared that they won't come true, because having dreams is wishing for something and thinking they're not going to come true. Well, that's like putting brakes on your wishing. That's like actually putting a train going in the opposite direction. You can't want something and believe that you can't have it. You can't wish for something but don't believe you deserve it. You see, you have to when you manifest deliberately, you want the energy stream to move in one direction. You don't want split energy. Live and let live. State your intention to the universe and then detach. Right. You got to have to sort of kind of want something. Because in the sort of kind of wanting something, there's no resistance to you sort of kind of wanting it. But if you really, really, really want something, a lot of times the more you really want something, the larger the gap, and the more resistance that you have in getting it. Like you think it's too big. You understand? If you feel stuck, or you're making someone else feel stuck, you need to tread carefully. Sometimes stuck people behave recklessly. It's not that you're stuck, it's that you're feeling stuck only because the emotions about your situation feel stuck. But you're naturally being pulled towards more. You're expanding. You're reaching, but it's the thoughts, the emotions about your situation. You're not seeing them clearly. You're seeing them from a place of lack or a place of unwanted. First quarter moon in Gemini. Speak your world into existence. Trust in the universe. Think about what you want. Do you really believe that you can create it? First of all, do you really believe that you can have it? Ask and it is given. Ask. God didn't say ask this or that or the other. You can ask this but not that. It says ask and it is given. Ask. But in order to receive, you have to become the vibration of that in which you asked for. Right? You can't ask for something, but then don't believe that you can have it, because you're not believing that you can have it is doubt. And doubt is not that of knowing. Doubt is on the other end of the stick. If you believe you can have it, your belief and your desires have to be aligned. You can't have beliefs and desires, but have doubt about them and expect to manifest them. You'll go nowhere. Think about what you want. Do you really believe that you can create it? Do you believe that you have what it takes, or do you secretly doubt yourself? Worse, are you being quietly preparing for failure? Say it ain't so. Here's the thing. You can't fool the universe. Repeated affirmations that you don't believe are a waste of time. Believe in magic. Believe in your magic. It's not really magic. It's only magic if you don't know the laws. If you don't know the laws of vibration, the law of attraction, if you don't know the laws of cause and of effect, if you don't know universal law, well, you might call it magic. But it's not magic. It's the law. You talk about it as though it's already done. You have to have confidence. That kind of confidence. And it's not even confidence. It's expectation. You grow to expect it because that's just the way it is. Here you are being asked to feel your way through a situation that's partly sacred and partially mundane. You can't think your way into alignment. Alignment, you have to feel your way into alignment. It's a feelings place. Without feelings, you won't find it. You can you can have a map. You can have the map and a key. You will not get in. You will not get, and if you're not a vibrational match, you will not find it. So it's about seeing your situation, seeing the situation about the partner or the job through a different set of eyes, a different set of eyes. You see, if you're having thoughts about either and they're unpleasing, they're not in agreement with source. He does not have unpleasing thoughts. He tunes in. He's always pleased. He's always pleased. He's never doubtful. When you're in doubt, you're in separation. You're in separation. Lose your doubt, gain clarity, move into a state of knowing, expect. Ask your soul to speak to you. Listen to your heart, not to your mind. Write a list of goals, not goals. Write down a list of positive aspects that things you can be grateful for in this moment, right in this moment, today. 10 things to appreciate, 10 things to be grateful for, and just see how you feel. You're tuning into gratitude. What does it feel like to be the vibration of gratitude itself? I am grateful. When you say I am grateful, gratitude is not a thing you do. Gratitude is a vibration, a feeling, a transmission of love and adoration, of appreciation that you see me, right? That you see me. Uh, yes, he sees you and sees you and you and you and you, and to stop to be grateful and appreciative for everything that you do have. Uh, when you stop to do that, you're not thinking about things you don't have. You see, they're on two different ends of the stick. And if you focus into things that you don't have, or the things that you're not grateful for, or things that don't make you well, you calibrate to the vibration of those unwell, unwanted um, memories of discord. They're memories of discord that activate discord within you. When you're free, when you have the freedom to choose, why not choose thoughts that bring you joy? 3 weeks from now, last quarter moon in Scorpio, reveal what needs to be seen. I always love these moon events in Scorpio. Reveal what needs to be seen. There are some things that people just don't like to talk about. Drawing this card suggests there's an issue or situation in your life now that might not be easy to air. Or perhaps you feel that you shouldn't air it. That's fine. Now is the time for you to reveal only what you want to be seen. Don't feel the need to discuss everything with everyone. Feel matters. Some matters require discretion. The less codependent you are, the better chance you have of getting what you want. There are two forces at play, and neither wants to bulge. Strong is good. Stubborn is a problem. When you no longer feel the need to tell everyone what you are manifesting, you're ready to start manifesting. These crystals work especially well for the sign of Scorpio. Hmm. Hmm. I know what dramas now are. I know that dramas now are healing crisis. Oh wow, that's really awesome. I know that dramas are now healing crisis. The best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Scorpio on a Tuesday, Mars day, or during Mars hours. Just extra little tidbit. You know what? I've really enjoyed this reading. Um, there is one more card I need to read. I almost ended this reading without reading a very special card. And if anyone's really interested and they're watching this video from beginning to end, I would have let you down, and I don't want to do that. So let me bring up exactly what I want to say. I'm going to switch cameras too, if that's all right. Let's go back to my face cam. Okay. Okay. Well, that worked out pretty well. Ah, I still have my old lady glasses on. Um, for my friend. Oh, I love her so much. Um, I think the stream went really well. I'm really excited about it. Only the first 30 minutes of the stream is on YouTube, and the last 12 minutes is on YouTube and Facebook. Um, I think it's a good reading. I hope y'all go to YouTube and watch it. Um, anyway, the name of this reading was called The Knower. My last reading was entitled There's Something You Should Know. And I hadn't really labeled this reading. I pulled this card as The Knower. So I thought, and then I named the reading The Knower. And then I thought back and I thought, well, the last one was Something You Should Know. I thought, oh, like they kind of go together. Um, the Knower. It really goes with the reading. So I really hope you go back and listen to it. Um, but because I wasn't on Facebook, I didn't really get to do a full reading. And I want to do a sound bath tonight, but I wanted to do a reading beforehand. So I can do another one and just publish this on YouTube because I really want to share it with my friends and everyone on Facebook. So I'm going to do that. Um, but this is the final card um, for this reading. For those of you that have been following along, I don't even know if there's anyone following me. I'm sure there is. Um, the Knower, the Law of Creation, number 20. Soul energy travels through life experience in order to achieve pure energy, which manifests as knowledge. We become our light beings, a higher and higher vibration, be able to hold more and more information, to be able to receive um, higher levels of knowing, and to be able to translate um, incoming information, to translate it into blocks of thought that are understandable. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say in a way that's understandable. Um, the law of creation number 20. The knower is the knowledge and is never separated from the self. The knower is your inner source and self, yourself and source and self, and an eon, forever and ever and ever, an eon is but a period of time given for one in order to know thyself. Once thyself is known, sorry, my little dog Bella wants to share. Once thyself is known, it is to be forgiven and thus forgotten. Understand the purpose and the role of the physical reality in the overall spectrum of creation, where knowledge is the only motivation for life. The tree of knowledge, the tree of life, are but one tree. The name of this tree is the knowledge of life. The knower is the master of soul consciousness, accumulating knowledge through many life forms of self experience. Knowledge can be earned only through experience. Words don't teach, only experiences teach. And even that is not enough, as one still needs to process raw experiences. and translate them into a permanent body of accessible knowledge. Nevertheless, knowledge is a private record that, once achieved, it cannot be taken away. Otherwise, it would not be knowledge to begin with, just another load of information. The knower at the center of this card is an Eggman. He is in a state of evolution and unfolding. As the egg demonstrates an incubating life force that is just about to emerge itself. In addition, the emerging process may be of violent nature. When in the breaking of the shell occurs, the self as well emerges in a revolutionary manner that is typical to life and nature's violent acts of creation. But we do not take nature to court, do we? It says, fighting the fighting the natural evolution process will always cause a quickening act of revulsion. It says of revolution. You can't fight anything without making it bigger. So you stand for something else. And you can't, when you're fighting something, you're becoming, to fight something with anger is anger pushing against anger. And anger creates more anger, a lower density of vibration. The planet it's a lower vibration. It's a lower. But to stand for something positive, to stand for something wanted, well, that's how you deal. That's how you deal with unwanted. By standing for something wanted, by becoming wanted, by wanting yourself, by wanting joy to the point that you will not sacrifice your joy to please others. And you no longer require others to perform a certain way to please you. The knower is the Eggman at the center of this card, exhibiting 3 generations of evolution. The head egg resembles an accomplished cycle of the mental evolution. The heart and chest egg resembles a fully accomplished cycle of emotional evolution. The third one, being held in the knower's hand, is sprouting new leaves, which means metaphorically suggesting that this specific egg is ovulating and is not fully ready to exhibit its final manifestations. This egg resembles physical evolution. All 3 stages are conducted by the left hand in the benediction, which resembles a spiral breakthrough to accompany each and every revolution. The spiral knowledge replaces anger, resentment, with clarity, understanding, compassion. The spirit world in Hebrew comes in 2 words, exhale and inhale. It's a word for spirit in Hebrew. The time count between the 2 breath actions is Sephiria and Sephiroth in plural. And I always look at breath as a death and a life, a death of a thought, and the breath of fresh life, fresh thought, fresh choice, fresh newness. Every release of things that no longer serve you, and as you move into more clarity, you release old resistance, and you realize that there really is no resistance, that there is a path of there's a path of not only less resistance, but there's a path of no resistance within the path of least resistance, you see. Thus, the spirit is rhythmic intervals. It's captured in the interchange between breathing in and breathing out. The Hebrew word Sephiria is an old Kabbalistic term indicating spiral knowledge of the counts as arranged. One of Eden's famous trees, also the 16th citadel, the seventh energy center of the body. The dome, where the spiral starts at the root and moves through the heart, the seed. It's spoken, it's known, it's not doubted. The count is numerical hierarchy of creation, universal qualities, and it comes to describe the evolving process of such ideas from the bottom of the world of matter. The fields to the left and the right of the knower card are green and red, which is an emotional combination of opposing colors. Opposing north and south. They're not opposing, they're actually a match. They're a match. They're a mirror. They're a mirror. The fields to the, okay. The purest pair of color oppositions is blue and red. Moreover, they are moving by a spiral force, indicating the formation of a sphere to be. Is it a becoming? Whole scene is exhibiting stillness that is intensified by strong urges and fury. The self is sprouting two opposing leaves of identity at the same time. Two opposing forces. Literally being delivered into a raging environment. I want to read this again. I'm not reading all of it because there's a lot to this, and I'm exercising discernment here. The whole scene is exhibiting stillness that is intensified by strong urges and fury. The self sprouting two opposing leaves of identity at the time of being literally delivered into a raging environment. The left hand is raised in benediction gesture of blessings and protection during this delivery time. This kind of protection may indicate some dangerous elements in the event of true self delivery, otherwise the protection signal would not be there. Thus, knowledge is a peaceful state of mind, but a place of excitement, inspiration, and insight, especially when the facts of life are consciously handled, or a place of rage and anger otherwise. If you know how to transmute through writing a new story, telling a new story, telling a story of expansion, telling a story of clarity, not from a story of trauma, not calibrating to something of the past, not calibrating to something that is in the past that maybe doesn't feel all that well, but maybe calibrating or aligning with the clarity that you have in this moment, the new you, the expanded you, the becoming you, the not done you, the becoming you. There is water on the lower left of the knower in this car, and the fire is on the right side. This refers to equal pair of opposites. According to the reverse, red and blue, they're always equal. They're equal. Although the green area shows a great amount of emotional attachment when it comes to issues of self. The knower comes to you in this reading. If the knower comes to you in this reading, know that it is about time for you to do something for yourself. This is not about being selfish, but rather being self-centered. It's also a time to know something hidden, which must come out in order for you to prepare for your next step. It may also indicate others around you who are ready to open up about some issues that maybe you're experiencing or they're experiencing. That might be important information about what's to be revealed. Pay attention to what other people are really saying beneath the spoken words. The number 2 indicates duality of signals, whereas dishonesty and truth are made into a challenge and are kin to the knower. Who's the knower? Source. Source is the knower. It is known. It's known by the knower. All 2 cards in a reading will unveil something unknown about self, something related to self, um, in perfect time, when it's perfectly ready. The brief overview indicates an upcoming event of knowing something very important. Whatever is going on right now is happening only for you to hear and understand, as there is nobody else out there more important than self. Also indicates natural psychic ability that are far above average, as old souls may often possess. Common implications: self-knowledge, spirituality, honesty, maturity, harmony, best psychic abilities, insight, knowledge of creation, intuition, prediction, old soul, revealed secrets, being self-centered, physical location, a known place, which I call home, a known place, home, home. I thank you so much for joining me for this reading. I'm going to do another short reading in about 10 minutes. It will not be as long and detailed as this reading. Um, it will just be a 3-card Moonology reading. And I'll do some law of attraction. So I hope to see you in a few minutes, and you'll get to see the whole reading, and you'll get to enjoy the sound bath. Thank you so much for joining me. Um, my name is Sean, and if I can get down to the final scene, I will show it. Final scene.